Okay. So after you finish the ya, kita sudah berada di LSL Instrument, guys. Yuk, kita menuju masuk kemari. Oke, kita sudah sampai. Yuk, kita masuk yuk dan kita lihat nih gimana prosesnya nih untuk membuat gitar keren LSL Instrument. Alright, guys. Hi.
Oh, it's you guys!
Hey,
How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Gooswyn.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi,
How are
nice
ya?
to see you, Lance.
Great. You guys
Okay.
came all the way from Indonesia to here?
Yeah.
All the way, from Indonesia.
Yeah. From Indonesia.
Have a look
Come
around.
here.
Nice weather we're having.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oke, kita masuk ke dalam yuk. Langsung saja, guys. Ya, inilah jadinya workshop pabrik dari LSL Instrument di Santa Clarita. Oke, silakan lihat-lihat. Oke. Ya.
No problem.
So, this is the place.
Yeah.
You guys made it. How was your trip?
Yeah.
It was
Good.
awesome.
Awesome.
It's about to get awesomer.
It's a very long.
Welcome to the
flight.
shop. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I've done it many times.
21 hours.
What's that?
21 hours.
Yeah,
21 hours.
21 hours. flight.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I've done it many times and
Right.
I hate it. But I guess it beats a boat.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
welcome to the shop.
Welcome to the shop, and could you please show us how to
I'll show you how we make guitars.
Yeah, how to make guitar. Ayo, kita lihat. Ini untuk pilihan kayunya.
Here's our big giant wood pile. Because I've been in the woodworking business in LA for so long, we have a lot of friends and connections in LA for wood, which is great to have. So we get great material. Here's curly maple roasted.
Yeah,
from
curly
X.
maple roasted. Yup. Okay. Curly maple roasted next.
Roasted
Yeah.
curly,
Curly maple and roasted.
Okay.
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 Here's our regular maple.
Regular maple.
Yeah,
Regular
yeah.
maple.
This is beautiful stuff. This comes from northern Michigan. A little tiny mill. And nice. So we have lots of different kinds of lumber. Swamp ash.
Right. Okay.
Okay, yuk.
This is reclaimed pine. We use
Oh,
this.
klein, yeah.
We cut this from a log. It was round when we cut it. You're saving that. Mahogany. All this is swamp ash, alder, more reclaimed lumber.
Yeah, reclaim. This is reclaim lumber. Okay.
This used to be a fence. Here is swamp ash.
The swam ash.
Feel that.
Yeah. Wow, very light. Sangat enteng. Very light.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, cool. Swam ash body. Swam ash wood. Okay. Yeah, high grain.
We'll make this into tops. We'll resaw this and make it into a top.
Itu top. Oke.
Ya.
Jadi ini untuk topnya ya guys ya.
Mahogany, alder,
Ini mau gini ada
pine back there, pine here.
pine.
Look at this sugar pine. Whoa.
Hmm.
Single piece.
Oh, single piece. Iya, iya, iya.
Wow. Single piece.
Iya, single
Single
piece.
piece pine, and
Single piece
here,
pine.
single piece corina.
Single piece Corina. Wow. Oke.
Yeah, careful here, guys.
Single piece Corina guys.
Alright. Over there. Careful.
Where
Yeah,
you guys
careful.
put Miggy?
Oh.
So here, CNC. Here are bodies that are overflow. This is a prototype for a
Oh.
30 fret,
Oh, oke.
Custom.
Oh, iya, 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 30 fret.
Wow.
30 fret
Yeah, yeah,
Topanga. Somebody wanted.
Yeah.
It took a lot of development to make this,
Iya.
and we made 3 of them in the end. But this is just a
Yeah.
prototype to see if everything works. You see our neck pocket, and this is just pine. This
Yeah.
neck, and this is bad material, just to test out the
Yeah.
programs. All right. So
30
here are various
ini.
bodies we have cut.
Topanga 30 fret, tapi masih hanya untuk prototype.
Right.
Ya. Okay. Wow, very light guys. Only 2 fingers.
Two
Ya,
fingers.
sangat enteng.
And
It's
then-
very very light. It's crazy light, right?
Crazy light. With a beautiful quilted maple
Yeah.
top. This, when it's painted, will be gorgeous.
Ya.
Here's all our jigs.
Ya, hati-hati be careful.
So we're making a pickguard.
Oh, pick-up. Oke.
We
Yeah.
do all our CNC work here, necks here, bodies here.
Ya, jadi ini tempat untuk ini pembuatan ini pigar,
Iya.
untuk body juga. Ya, jadi mereka membuat pigar sendiri ya, karena supaya fit dan juga ada alasan-alasan lain.
Yeah.
Here are some prototype necks, just
Mm.
testing programs,
Oh,
testing for, making first article, make sure everything is good. For left, this is a lefty neck,
Ya.
22 fret,
Jadi,
and here's a neck for our Topanga model,
for the
like that
Topanga,
one you
yeah.
saw in 30 frets. This is
yeah.
a normal neck.
Yeah, this is normal.
This is what we do on the CNC and by hand, this round over. But
Yeah.
then everything else is hand shaped. The
Yeah.
neck shape, the veloute.
Okay.
It's pretty nice. Look at that rosewood.
Yeah, it's very beautiful grain. Yeah, it has beautiful grain.
So this is Jesse.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Okay, so
Today?
this one I'm gonna be carving it into a medium D.
Okay,
Medium D.
Okay.
Medium D, and I'm using a spoke shave and a rasp.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully, with this type of wood, sometimes with the spoke shave it doesn't come out, but
Because it's curly.
yeah, like this, when it gets you nice curls like that,
Yeah.
Right?
that means I could probably do most of it like this.
Ya, jadi ini mau membuat neck shape, modern D shape.
Yeah.
Tuh.
Modern D.
And you can see some of the flames start coming out.
Ya.
Let's go take a look at the fret guy. Come here.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah, no worries. You can feel it if you want. Right now it's already pretty smooth.
Oh ya ya.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
Wow.
Alright. I'll go over there first,
Yeah.
alright? Okay.
Yuk kita lihat lagi proses berikutnya.
Okay, so what's this, Lange? Okay.
Here's fret installation.
Oh, fret
This
installation.
is Matt.
Okay.
Matt
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Matt installs the frets. Yep. And he makes sure that they are what?
Flush with the board,
Perfect is what I was gonna
essentially.
say.
And then what we do is we apply some glue to the edges, and then we add some activator to the glue to ensure that it's solid.
Okay.
That's actually what I'm going to do right now.
Okay.
A little low. Okay. And then we'll trim the rest of this off with some wire cutters.
Trim them all, and then we'll bevel them. Where do you bevel them?
Yeah.
On the bevel jig.
Which then we'll take it over here.
Right there.
Just onto this jig. After trimming them, then we'll take a tool here and then run this along
Oh yeah. Okay.
to give it the proper bevel.
Cool.
Cool. It's really cool.
Bodies over here.
But it's alright.
This is after CNC.
Okay.
You can see the detail work.
Let's go there.
Hi, sir. All right.
John,
John.
Carlos,
Nice to meet you.
and Goose,
And Gooswyn.
and Pen.
Yeah, so right now I'm getting rid of the setting scratches because I carved all of this. It used to be perfectly flat.
You carved that by hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I use this. It's really a sharp file. So now I'm getting rid of the sanding scratches with 150, and then I'm gonna go over all the grits. Getting rid of the scratches, by the way, there's still a little bit right there. And then just blending everything, making sure there's no hard lines, no sharp transitions.
And you can see the level of detail. Look at his face. If you're going to be in the guitar business in Los Angeles, where it's very expensive, better be good. That goes for everybody. All of us. To do this kind of handwork in the United States is one thing, but the whole guitar has got to be great. And every step has got to be great. And so, like, if it was you making it, what would you do? You'd make it as perfect as you could. And that's what we try and do. You can see the level of attention to what would normally be minor details that nobody would ever notice. But you can see that our guitars are almost entirely handmade. All the stuff that has to do with any kind of feel on the guitar is done by hand.
It's done by hand.
Things
Yeah.
that have to be super accurate, like fret slots
Fret
and
slot,
then nut
yeah.
slots
Also,
and neck position and
Yeah.
pickup position. That we do on the CNC.
Yeah.
Because that's where you want accuracy. Handmade
Yeah.
over there, doing that
Yeah.
is worse. Doing more work to make it worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do it here and do it at next.
Yeah.
Now you're doing handwork to make it better. So accuracy
Accuracy.
and feel.
Yeah.
And so that's the philosophy.
Yeah.
That, we don't give. Some things are not better handmade,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and
so-
some things are. Feel things are.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so you combine the feel wise and the accuracy wise, right?
Right,
Yeah.
in the correct places, we think
Correct place.
anyway. Feel the neck.
Oh. That's
And no
smooth,
matter
amazing.
what, there are no two LSL guitars exactly the same. They can't.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah,
There's going to be variations
Yeah.
in the things we do for feel, but not in the accuracy of the
Accuracy.
guitar. Yes. So, you know, you apply the technology that's best for that item. You know, like you saw in pickups.
Yeah.
You know, we want that to be hand wound because it's
hand-wound.
better.
Yeah.
It's certainly not faster.
Ya, sure. Jadi kalau untuk feel itu bisa berbeda-beda satu sama lain. Tapi kalau untuk akurasi sudah pasti akurat karena pakai CNC.
So he's painting now.
Ya.
Soft, you see. Chris? Yeah. Hey, filming you. Hey.
How's it going? Hi. Yeah, this is where we paint all our guitars. Sir, can we get it? What's that? Can we get it? Yeah, sure. I'm about to spray this neck. Did you want to see that? We're not using the mask. Is it okay? We're not using the mask. Yep. I'll be sure to spray it in the hood so you guys don't get any. So before we spray any of our guitars, we always take some acetone or some solvent to make sure that the wood is absolutely clean so we get a good adhesion to the wood. It's kind of a pain in the butt. You got to make sure it's all clean. It sure does for a better paint job. Seal coat, you know, one of many layers that we put on it. After this comes color. And then the top coat. Depending on what top coat, we either gloss it or put satin on it. This neck will be getting a little bit of vintage tint to it. And yeah, as soon as that's done, put a little bit of satin on it, she's ready. So this is the first thing that you do before we do anything, before we do any spraying, we have to put the wash coat on. Because that thinner coat is actually going to penetrate deeper into the wood. And again, just as we cleaned it, it'll give us a better adhesion. Right. So this is the first step. And then back here, you'll see stuff in different steps. Like this is part of the sealer, so we'll reseal this to get the grain all nice and flat before we polyester the rest. This one just got satin, so this one's it's still a little wetter. I hand it to you so you can check it out. Yeah. But over here we got our first top coat on some color, and then we have a guitar with just color on it. All right.
Hey, what's your name again?
Chris.
Carlos.
Wait, what was your name?
Carlos.
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 And
Gooswyn.
oh, Gooswyn. Oh, okay. Oh,
Gooswyn himself.
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about you. I've seen you at the show.
Oh yeah.
And wandering around, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I hope you're enjoying the factory.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for the explanation.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I gotta get to spraying.
Okay.
You guys enjoy the rest.
Okay. So after the painting process, you put them here. Okay.
This is warm.
Oh yeah. Wow.
What color is that?
That's
This is shelving.
It's probably shelving. It's not shelving. It's
I think shelving, right? Yeah.
maybe it is. I don't know. I have to look on the package. We do so many colors.
Yeah.
And this is green arena. This is a Topanga. Our guitar. This is all hand shaped. I showed you where they shaped next before. Look at that balloon.
It's beautiful green.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
hand carved, hand shaped. Really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite elegant, actually.
Yeah.
This box is temperature control.
Okay. So you made. Yeah.
We mix our own colors in there.
Oh, okay.
Jadi ini untuk ruangan yang racik catnya ya. Mau lihat dulu yuk, masuk ke dalam. Ya, jadi ada contoh-contoh cat-catnya juga. Jadi dia yang meracik cat. Catnya jadi apa? Nah ini di ruangan ini guys. Banyak banget ini chemicalnya. Chemical untuk pencampuran catnya, bahan-bahannya dan olesan-olesannya.
Okay.
Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Wow. Okay.
That's a nice color.
Nice color. It's like wine red, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, wine red color.
that's very nice. I like it's a little deeper than most. And then here we have, oh, this is the Laguna gradient. Now it looks okay here,
Yeah.
but then when we're done, it looks like this.
Yuk kita lihat selanjutnya. Okay. So after you finish the
The staining.
the staining process.
So this is after.
Okay, before and after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, huh?
Nice. Ya, jadi proses setelah udah di stainingnya seperti tadi ya guys ya.
And this is all hand done,
Ya,
you know?
hand buffing, right?
Yeah. And that way the grain shows better. And every one is slightly different.
Yeah,
It's not robot.
Yeah, because then
It's not as good as robot, but it's not robot. No, this is, every guitar is unique.
Yes.
Every one is
Yeah,
done by
beautiful,
hand.
yeah.
Here is more Cocobolo.
Okay.
This is our XT4.
XT4, yeah.
That's pretty cool. This is on black limba.
Ya, black limba. Okay. And the top boot is
This is
Coco
just
Bolo,
oil
okay.
finish.
Oil finish, yeah. So what is the difference between oil finish and satin finish?
Satin refers only to how shiny it
Oh,
is.
shiny, okay.
But an oil finish can be satin or it could be gloss. So satin only refers to the gloss, how shiny.
Shiny.
So you could have satin lacquer, satin. Most oil is satin, but it doesn't have to be. You can make oil shiny too. You know, people used to make things all the time. And you know, you can get a really nice finish with oil. Oil and a little shellac, like a violin, a French polish.
Yeah.
You look at all the violins from 1500.
Yeah.
So you can get a great finish with oil. So satin means only the shininess, only the gloss. Satin gloss.
Satin gloss.
And below satin is matte.
Matte.
Matte,
Yeah.
okay.
Matte is
Satin glossy,
gloss.
high gloss.
Oh.
You can, but oil is the material.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
Matte.
Here we are doing frets.
Oh, okay.
Here we make sure the neck is still shaped
Yeah.
correctly. This is after paint. So we round the frets
Okay. You see.
and polish them. Right now they're not so good, but after finishing, They look incredible. Oh my God.
Wow. Incredible. Very shiny.
Right, we do.
Very shiny and smooth.
Look at that piece of wood.
Yeah.
That's the shit. Right
Yeah,
there.
the grain looks green and it's also quarter sound, right? Yeah. Quarter sound.
Nice.
Check that shit out.
Okay.
This
Right.
is beautiful. This is also roasted maple,
Roasted
Slim D.
maple, Slim D.
Modern D or Slim D. Modern Slim D.
Which neck profile do you prefer?
Me?
Yeah.
I like what I have on my guitar.
What is that?
It's kind of a very soft V to a C.
Oh, okay.
From Sophie to
Yeah. You know why I like it? Because that's the guitar I play.
Okay.
yeah.
You know?
As simple as that. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And here is final assembly.
Okay.
Today he's working on necks, making them beautiful. We buff all the frets with this. You know?
Yeah, the buffing process.
And we cut all of our nuts here. We
Yeah,
slot them.
Slot, yeah.
We adjust. We don't buy slotted nuts.
Okay. So you
can do whatever.
can
But it's better.
make the nut.
Here's the nut files.
Mm-hmm.
Here is, and then sand, the
Yeah.
interior of the nuts. I go to 800 or 1,000 grit.
Okay. Yeah.
The nut slots.
The nut slot process.
Yeah. See, this nut not slotted yet.
Yeah.
So he will slot the nut and then sand the bottom.
Send the bottom. Okay.
I think this is mine.
Advertisement.
Yeah. Nice one.
Advertisement. Nice.
So
Yep.
Okay.
these are necks ready for either fretting, milling. You can see how that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Yeah, looks very good. And
This looks pretty good.
this is also lightweight.
Yeah,
Lightweight, yeah.
yeah. The roasting takes a lot of weight.
Yeah.
These guitars, I made in about 1976
1976. Okay.
in Berkeley, California.
Oh, okay.
When I was very young.
Okay.
That was D&L Instruments.
Yeah.
Now this pickup here is one of the very first DMG pickups.
Oh, okay.
This was made in their garage.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's handmade pickup as well.
Handmade EMG pickup.
Handmade, yeah.
Handmade
EMG?
EMG. Yep.
EMG, yeah. Of
This
course.
is when there
Yeah,
was
and
only
they were
the
the
two
small-
brothers
Yeah.
in the garage.
in the
Okay.
garage.
Okay.
They made me this one and that one over there. Later you see they changed the mold. Here
Yeah.
was,
Okay.
but these are one of the very first EMG pickups ever made.
Wow.
Yeah, before they made
Big
metal
time.
pickup. Yeah, metal pickup for
Yeah,
James Hetfield.
So here,
Yep.
I'm sorry it's lunchtime, but after lunch we can, here
Right.
we make
Yeah.
we make pickups.
Okay.
Jadi ini untuk proses pembuatan pickup handmade pickups,
Yeah, hand wound.
hand wound.
Here's a little bugger.
Yeah.
Here you see a piece of wire. You see?
By the way, do you accept
Yep.
special requests from customer who?
We'll do
like
stuff. We
the-
won't guarantee it's good though.
Yeah.
I mean that it's a good choice. I
Yeah, it's a
should
good
say.
choice. Yeah, sometimes.
Um,
Sometimes customer prefer to get the low wind humbucker pickups
which
or
is what
higher
these are.
wing.
That's ours are. We generally always
Mid.
lean towards low,
Okay.
and we do that because there are a million ways
Yeah.
to increase, but there's no good way except the computer, perhaps,
Yes.
that I know of anyway, to go down.
To go down. Okay.
Right. You can distort the
Yeah,
crap
just
out of
a lot.
them, but going down
going
to
down is
sweet,
not- yeah.
there's no sweet control I've ever seen.
Yeah.
At least I don't know about it. So, you know, I always prefer to not make one-trick ponies. You know, so there are millions of ways to go up.
Yeah.
But you can't get the low wine
Yeah, the one.
without low wine.
Yeah. This.
So anyway, so here are the pickups. Here
Okay.
we do part.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We do parts kitting and electronics.
Electronics assembly.
See up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
also
the
do
prime wire.
parts kits.
Yeah. This is the parts kit. This is
see
electronics kit and parts kit. Okay. Ini untuk elektronik, untuk hardware.
Each
Yeah.
guitar, our pickups, bridges, and they are already relict.
Yeah,
You see that?
Okay.
That is done here, and electronics is there, and pickups are here. Ready for assembly. We put that to protect them because some
Okay.
people don't seem to not like it when we scratch the crap out of
Yep.
them. Parts kits. So either relic or not relic. This is not relic.
Yeah.
And then, well, I don't see any that are relic. But anyway, so each guitar is different. And you can see here, hip shot bridge.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you do the relic process here
Yeah,
for the
right here.
hardware?
Right here.
Okay.
You see we have chemicals
It goes to meet.
and lots of ways to make things ugly. We make our own pickguards.
Yeah, the big guards.
These we make, don't buy,
Yeah.
and this is why. You see, looks the same,
Yeah.
but if I go in here, wait, not here. And the darn covers. Oh, here.
Okay.
That's why we make our own pickguards.
Okay.
Yeah, not loose. Yeah, not loose. Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, not loose.
Perfect fit.
Yeah.
Perfect fit with the
Yeah, perfect.
pickup cover.
Not loose.
Wow, okay.
Right. So, you feel it.
Okay.
Push it in.
Yeah, it's smooth. Yeah, it's smooth.
It's just right.
Yeah, it's just right. Yeah, it's smooth, yet not loose. Yeah.
So, this takes some of the possibility of, squealing
Yeah. From the pickup
out
feeling.
because it's held well, not only with the screws but with the
Yeah,
fit.
with the fit. Yeah.
So, that's one reason why we make our own stuff.
Yeah.
And we try to make our own everything, but
Yeah.
that's kind of impossible these days.
Yeah.
Anybody who has that much machinery sure ain't making
Yeah.
guitars. Unless they're in Indonesia. You know, if you're going to make a lot of guitars, Indonesia is the place. Anyway, so big deal. You see all the kits prepared.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ready to go. Isn't that cool?
Okay.
P90.
D90
This is for a Topanga. Has GraphTech,
the GraphTech, yeah,
GraphTech
yeah, the saddle.
six string saver. Relic though.
Yeah,
You see, just enough. We don't go overboard unless somebody asks us to. And then, we make that.
yeah, the chop.
Yep.
The
We
chop
chop
bits,
it.
yeah, the chop bits.
And you see, it's a very big job to keep track of which parts we have, which parts we need to get, which parts I can't get, which are a lot, by the way. And so it's a big job in here to keep track of all of that. So Bob, show us. Can you tell us some of your incredible winding skills?
Winding? It'll take me just a moment. I gotta set up a bobbin.
They're taking video, so act like you know what you're doing.
Oh, okay. Well, where's my instruction sheet?
Okay.
There we go.
So what are you gonna do here?
What I'm going to do is I'll start another. This particular humbucker is goes with what we call a bad bone 290,
Okay, bit
which is a P90 neck position,
neck.
and this is the. Pardon me, I got this
Usually
backwards.
place
You know what this
at the
is?
bridge.
This is a regular bad bone. So what this is a humbucker in the bridge position, and a
What are you getting flustered or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall what this is. What I'm making this list. This is a humbucker in the neck position, and it has an extra strong Telecaster bridge pickup. That's the combination. So it's a normal Telecaster bridge pickup. We overwind that to some degree and charge the magnets a little more, and then combine that with this humbucker. This particular kind has 42 gauge wire, which is kind of common wire that might be like on the same gauge that's on a Stratocaster. But our other pickups,
My
like
daughter
the
just had.
humbuckers we use for
I'm going to have a.
our other guitars, have 43 gauge wire, and that produces a slightly darker but more energetic pickup. This is that nice balance because it's in a Telecaster with it's kind of replacing the idea of a Telecaster neck pickup. So that's what I've made here, and you know what? I can start one more and show you the process here, because when I wind these, this will take me just a moment to set up. I use a little piece. There we go. This is the perfect gauge of wire for me to use
All right.
for the internal part of the pickup. It's like these are the wires found in
All right.
inside the cable here, but it's the perfect gauge to use when winding these.
Okay.
So I will take one of each color code. So I'll start with the black here. And let me just get an eyeball on it. Prep this. Right. I will use this as my starting point. Now I'll move these out of the way for the moment, just so I have room to spin. You know, it's funny, as old as my eyes are, I've learned to find this wire by feel.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, here we are. Okay, so with this,
It is like a
this,
piece
you know,
of
this
hair.
wire, this particular wire has the old, like 1950s style coating You know, the insulation on this wire is a vintage type of insulation.
Okay.
And you know, the more modern wires, for example, have this, which is form var.
A form part.
And you can all see the color, the copper color through it. You know, whereas this has an old enamel type coating, which is why it looks brown.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how protective this is. I actually have to sand off some of the insulation to get, I get down to the, as you can see, the shiny copper color there. That's how I know I've now gone into the wire itself. So I can take my jumper wire here, and what I'll do is in this wire where I've got that section started with the copper, I marry this to this. Okay. It's a little process I have down pretty well now. Okay. Now what I do is I will take and just solder this onto this. This gets me started. Okay, and I know that bare copper that's on that wire now, that takes to the solder very well. So now I know that has continuity. It's made a connection. I trim off a little extra piece because that works like an antenna, you know, and it'll pick up sound. So say this is the bobbin I'm going to wind. You know, it's funny how this looks. This looks almost amateur maybe, but the truth is I found that this is the most efficient way for me to do this.
Oh, okay.
I'll just tape this wire to the outside here. Okay, that gives me a starting point. And with 1.5 turns on here by hand, I have a starting point. And what I've used here, for this particular bobbin, I use double-sided tape because these bobbins are so light. But I do have a way to attach a heavier bobbin, you know, just using a thumb wheel and thread. I'll for something like a Stratocaster bobbin or a P90 it's a bulkier, heavier bobbin. These are so light I can actually work with them with double-sided tape, and it will make it all the way through the wind. For me, I use this white light as a backdrop behind what I'm seeing. This allows me to see the contour of the coil as it builds up. So now, this particular coil uses, for this type of humbucker, I put 4,900 lines per bobbin. So I've got a digital counter here, and I'm starting at 0, and I'll start in. And then the trick is to not, they call it scatter winding. That is, instead of putting the wire on evenly back and forth, you mix it by hand so that it's always kind of cross-hatched on the bobbin, and it actually has a different sonic effect. When a computer winds a bobbin very tight and straight, it gets this brittle kind of bright sound, whereas this, everybody describes it as a sparkle, you know. It's got a more medium range tonality mixed in with the power of the humbucker, but it overall gives the pickup. You can tell a hand-wound pickup. It just has a nicer sound, you know. Sometimes a clarity or a bell-like quality. And I don't know if you've ever plugged in just a factory-made Fender, maybe one of their less expensive guitars. The pickups just have this nondescript sound that's sometimes it sounds a little tinny and bright. good at almost stopping right on 4,900 for this one. You know, some of them you go up to 5,000 or more. Some of them only per bobbin only have about 4,000. But with 2 bobbins, it adds up to 8. Right? I'm down to my last 17 lines, so I watch this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can push this one by hand. There we are, yeah.
So
40. Oh, I'm at 4089. Oh, there we are, 4,900. Okay. And initially, I just hold this to the bobbin with this tape. This tape is amazing. When it closes. Finding the starting point on this tape, and I swear it's not because I'm old. This tape is like magic; it disappears. You know, there we are.
It happens to almost tape.
So what I try to do, you know, it's funny when I'm making these, I try to always take and flap that back so I know I can find it. And this is a little trick of mine.
That's what
I
we
use
usually do
this
too.
so I can pinpoint exactly where that tape's going. Because my big fat fingers will get in the way, so I use this to set that in. And now I've got the initial start of the coil. So now I can free this wire, right? I'll trim this. Okay. Now when I take him off of here, see, I've got my little tail end, and once again, I'll sand this so I can get through that enamel. You know, some of the more modern wires, you just hold the soldering iron there and it melts the insulation, but not this old enamel. This stuff it's amazing. It can resist quite a bit of heat, so I have to sand off a little bit of it. But once again, you can see that once I've gone through the shiny copper there, as soon as I get some of that, I know that it's going to make continuity. It'll have a connection. I just like to see a little more of it. There we are. And then, once again, I'll prepare this guy. There's this. I do a long side and a short side, because at the end, when I get the pickup to this stage, I have to solder the coordinating colors, right? And I do that by hand. This one is already soldered. I'll then insulate those and package it up, and it'll go inside the cover. But from this point, I can take this, find my bare copper area once again, and got this guy. I know I have a nice connection. And here we go. Take this. There we are. Ooh. Hold on. Let's see that with my, I've got that one. That's good. Okay. So lastly, what I do is trim that. I don't want that antenna, right? So I trim that spare piece. This coil now is almost ready. So I'll take this, and this is a little trick I have with that spare wire. I just spiral this down onto here until I get it nice and close. This is one side. Magic wand. Here. lined up, I'm good. And then I use this on both sides to secure that. Now I can remove this tape carefully. And what I've got is this wire. I'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's insulated from the other one because the tape is there.
Yep.
And I'll bring this coil home and lay him right on top. Try to get this about the same length. I'll take this guy. Trim one more piece. Save my end. And yeah. And this coil. I know this coil now is complete, and so there's a hand wound coil, and I always check before I go any farther, before I do another coil. I make sure I have continuity here, and this will give me a reading that's about half of what the pickup will be. So we're getting 371 on this. This will come in a little under 8, probably right 7.9 when I'm done. Well, combined with the other coil. This side gets the slugs. I just push slugs into this. You know, the other side has the adjustable pull pieces. Yeah, and it's just a matter of assembling the components to the base plate and, you know, putting the magnet in. But this is a nearly finished assembly. Like I said, I'll use I'm about to go in the other room there and get some of the small shrink wrap to insulate those connections. And lastly, then I'll put a lid over the top of it. You know, and it's funny, these lids, we get them from a couple different suppliers. To make a lid like this in the United States is just, you know, we can have an X amount made, but then sometimes you've got to buy one because the metal stamper is busy doing something, right? So anyway, they're universal sizes, thankfully. So
Let's go see. Look, the CNC is running.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thanks so much
you betcha,
for the, you know, the explanation.
yeah.
Making the pickup.
Oh, sure thing.
Yeah. Okay.
When I have one completed, the last thing we do, by the way, is there's a wax pot.
The
in
wax
there.
pot.
Wax pot.
And I dunk them in the wax for about 20 minutes. to get all the.
Yeah.
So what's the impedance of?
Oh, this one we came to 3 point.
3.7.
3 point. Yeah.
3.7.
This one came to 3.7. Oh, but here's one. This one is complete, right? So this is like two of these same coils.
Yeah.
And what I've got here
It's
now.
like a double value,
should be-
right?
Yeah, that's why. 7.31.
Okay.
7.31,
Yeah,
and this one is
7.3, 7.4.
Okay.
It's
Yep.
complete.
all right.
It's funny, I mean, I get exactly the same number of lines, but sometimes there's a slight variation.
Well,
But
that's because the wire
Yeah.
does vary.
yeah, and that is the thing about a handmade pickup. You know,
Yeah.
they sound very similar, but each one has its own
Yep.
unique quality, you know.
Unique. All right.
Sometimes depending on how fast you're spinning the bobbin,
Okay.
the wire might stretch a little bit, just microscopically.
Yep.
But that can raise the ohms of the wire. It's interesting how that works, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's.
All right
I
then.
hope that was clear. Any other questions? Just let me know.
All right. Thank you so much.
Sure.
All right. Okay. Cool.
You bet, guys.
Okay. So let's continue.
So what are you gonna do here? Right now I'm taping off the pocket.
Oh,
just to
okay.
prevent finish from getting it. So when they do the neck fit, all they've got to do is sand down the perimeters and get a really nice, tight neck fit. Right. So this is just prepping the rest of the body, cleaning up the rest of the stain job, making sure nothing's on the sides. We'll go through, we'll seal this one more time before we put the top coat on, just to protect the stain job before we put the color on. So we've still got about 3 steps left. Another coat of sealer, coat of color, and then our top coat. Right. Yeah, they really come out beautiful.
Yeah. Jadi ini logo untuk di headstock. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is after. Yeah.
the logo has been.
Look at that piece of wood. Oh my God, that's perfect. Quarter sawn maple.
Yeah,
Look at that. Quarter mark, right in the center.
Yeah.
That's
Right in the
beautiful.
center. Yeah.
That's shit. So, that's what we do. And in the end, we hope to get a good guitar.
Ya, oke guys, jadi tadi sudah lihat ya dari proses pertamanya dari pemilihan kayu sampai dia proses ini pemotongannya juga, kemudian dari shaping neck sampai proses ngecat, instalasi fret, pickups dan hardware lain-lainnya. Dan sekarang kita lihat yuk, ini hasil gitarnya seperti apa nih guys. Alright, here it is.
Guys, hi.
Hey! Alright, so it's the T-bone! Yeah. LSL T-bone.
Ya, keyboard ini sudah pesanan konsumen kita. Dan ada satu lagi tuh, itu dia, ada yang humbucker single, yang Vesta
Yes, right.
red, oke.
There's my
Right,
tuner.
legend. Ini dia guys. Nah,
Okay.
ini juga pesanan kami ya. Nah,
Nice. Alright. Okay, so Lance, perhaps you want to talk a little bit about the T-bone first, starting from
Okay.
the T-bone first.
ya.
Be nice if I had the.
What's your opinion about this T-bone? Yeah.
I love this Steve.
Alright.
This is right up my alley. You know, this is what I would very close to what I would choose. You know, I mean, as far as pickup combination,
Yeah.
I have one of these, my own, right here.
Oh, okay.
This is LSL number 1.
Alright.
Oh, okay. LSL number 1.
I made this in the garage.
Yeah.
I was just planning on taking it with me back to China.
Yeah.
That was my plan. I figured, because I was playing lots of music in China.
Oh, okay.
And so I wanted a better guitar, and
Okay.
I was playing some other guitar. You
Yeah.
won't mention which one, but anyway, it wasn't as good, and I knew it wasn't good, and I thought I could do better because I started out in guitars, and I've been in woodworking my whole life, and so I thought I could do better, and I made one guitar. I was going to take it back with me to China, and that's this one here.
Yeah, this is.
So I never made it back to China because a music store asked me, a friend at a music store asked me, can you make another one?
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, I was looking for another job back in China, and I wasn't doing anything, so I said, well, sure, I'm not doing anything. As long as I'm not doing anything, I'll do it. So I made him a guitar, and he sold it in 2 hours in a store.
That's cool.
So anyway, and then we got a chance to go to NAMM. I wasn't really planning on going into the guitar business, but some friend asked me, calls me up, he says, hey, do you want to go to NAMM? And I got 5 feet of a booth at NAMM, and I said, what am I going to do at NAMM? I'm not a company even. I'm just some guy in the garage. I was not planning on making a career out of this. I just having fun. So anyway, he keeps begging me. He was a good friend. He said, it's only 5 feet, you know, you'll have fun. And I figured, well, okay, NAMM. We'll go to NAMM anyway, you know. Even if we don't sell anything, it'll be fine. You know, we'll have a good time. So I said, okay, and Lisa made a beautiful display for us, and me and my apprentice at the time, made 5 guitars, I think. And we went to NAMM, and we were in 5 feet, like a little closet. And by the end of 4 days at NAMM, I had European distribution. I had Japanese distribution, and I had about 10 dealers in the U.S.
Okay.
And it's like, oh my God,
Mm.
what happened?
Yeah.
And I had to either make the guitars or not, and I wasn't doing anything else. Okay, so I'll make great guitars, you know, and we've been doing that ever since.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the rest is the story. Yeah, the rest is the story. Yeah.
Alright. So this is the Fiesta Red,
Yeah, PSL Red,
Satikoi 1,
Satikoi 1, SSS.
and the
Okay.
T-Bone
Yeah.
1. Alright, okay?
Alright. Oke, guys, jadi sudah dengar ya cerita langsung dari Mr. Lance about perjalanan karirnya gimana, penjelasannya tadi tentang membuat instrumen gimana, dan pesan langsung kalau mau pesan LSL Instrument langsung ke Gooswyn Guitars. Alright, Lance.
What he said.
Okay. Closing statement.
Okay, closing statement from Lance.
From
Well,
Lance.
thanks guys for coming by. I really appreciate it. We love having you guys as dealers. You're great people, and thank you for coming down and having a look around.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Bye. Playing again.